Americans are confused by Europe and we need to talk about it. Hello, you gorgeous little donut. Fancy seeing you here. Today we're going to be talking about Americans. As we all know, when Americans leave their native land, a lot of the time they be confused at some of the things that they deem not as good as what is in America, especially when they come to Europe. Now, I've accumulated the 30 worst clips of Americans in Europe, so let's take a look at them. And as this video goes on, they get worse and worse.
Can someone please tell me why ketchup in Europe is brown? Why is it not red like American ketchup? Where does the brownish color come from if ketchup is made from tomatoes? This is insane.
Am I having a stroke? Am I okay? That's red, right? That's red. Is that brown? Oh, wait, I'm having a crisis here. Wait, I need to look at the comments. Surely that's got to be red. That's red. I'm scared to look up American ketchup. Wait, what does American ketchup look like? Oh, okay, so it is redder, but ours is still red. Yeah, it's a little darker, but it's still red. It still passes the test. If you asked a random person who didn't know about this experiment we're having right now, what color is that bottle on the right? They're gonna say red. Point proven. It's just that yours is like piles red. Why did I choose piles? Out of anything I could have described as red, I chose piles. I don't even know if piles are red, thankfully. Not from personal experience, anyway. The thing is, as well, like, they're not actually joking. This is actually, like, a travel person that, like, documents things that are different to America. If anything, American ketchup, like, is a little too red. It looks a bit too chemically. It looks like cartoon red. I feel like at least ours looks a little bit more natural. I imagine if you grew up in America, you probably think ours looks disgusting. This is so interesting because I didn't even know there was a difference. Also, why is this ketchup bio? Is that like washing up powder? Can you get like non-bio now? Oh god, even ketchup's gonna give us psoriasis.
McDonald's is different all over the world, and I'm in Italy right now, so let's see what they have. Look how different it is. Change it to English.
What? How is it? Oh, to be fair, this one's a posh one. This one's got like a full-on like counter with them all on display. Like usually in the UK, just act like that didn't happen. Usually in the UK. We kind of just have like a little counter if they're like a posh one. Sometimes there's not a counter. This one is like a full-on posh one. This one you've got to drink your coffee with your pinky up. Have they got macaroons in there? Oh, okay. This McDonald's is outside of a lot of people's tax brackets.
Well, first of all, they have a McChicken with provolone cheese. If that's not the most Italian thing I've ever seen. And with pepperoni. I hope this is good. They have a pepperoni wrap. I want to try different stuff, but then also some of the same stuff to see if it tastes different.
To be fair, I'm kind of with her on this. It is very confusing when you go to like a different European country and they have like really fancy burgers and like really fancy items on the McDonald's menu. Like this is so apparent in the Canary Islands. Like when I last went to Tenerife, they have like loaded chips in their McDonald's. And I know that's not like out there, but that's out there for like McDonald's compared to the UK. Like why don't we get any of the cool stuff? Is it because like some European countries just wouldn't tolerate the basicness of McDonald's, so they need to add stuff? I've got no idea, but I feel like we get the bare minimum in the UK.
Big tasty bacon, big tasty. Try a cheeseburger to see if it's the same. 6-piece spicy.
All of that and you choose a cheeseburger, love? Of course it's gonna be the same. It's cheese and a burger.
McNuggets. Try their regular mustard. They literally sell beer. That's crazy. I'm gonna try this Lipton tea peach loaded fries. They literally sell actual chicken wings. The US could never. We have to get a fry, of course. Let's try this hot sauce. This is how I know I'm in Europe. That looks unreal. Here we go. Thank you so much. This place is so aesthetic. Okay.
You would only hear like a certain type of American call a McDonald's aesthetic. I've never walked into any McDonald's, no matter where it is. To be fair, there's actually quite a posh one in like a service station, like an hour away from me. Anyway, I've never walked into one and thought, oh my god, like, you know, like I could get a banging Instagram pic in here. 2 secs. I've never thought that in a McDonald's. Usually it's just really loud and overwhelming and you just kind of want to find a seat that is out of the way. It's so aesthetic. That is so funny. Oh my god, this would look so good if I did like a photo dump here. Wouldn't this really just add to me carousel on Instagram? Do you not think? It wouldn't mess up my feed at all. She seems really sweet though. Okay, like I just like that she called it aesthetic. That's quite funny.
European things that make absolutely no sense as an American who's exclusively dated European men for some reason. You know, they don't have black.
Oh, Alright, fetishizing with fire, it's fine. That's alright. My culture's not your weapon to have on your arm, love. Sorry, I don't know why I said that.
You know, they don't have black coffee over there. I feel like it's the most basic coffee thing. I don't know why they don't have it. I don't like it.
We do have black coffee. Like, loads of people get black coffee. And also, like, how would we not have this over here? It's just coffee and boiling water. So obviously, if you want that, you can get that here. Or in Europe, like in a European country, it's the most basic coffee. If you want a certain type of milk, then okay, you've got like a little bit of, you know, like uncertainty if they're gonna have like oat milk or alternative milk. But you can get black coffee pretty much anywhere, I'm pretty sure.
Heavy eye contact when you like cheers with your drink. It's so intense and scary. In England specifically, people are always yelling at each other.
Is that true? When you cheers? I feel like I'm looking at the glasses, making sure that, you know, I don't spill mine. You know, if it's quite a lot of people. Like Chloe told me that apparently if you cheers and you don't hit the, you know, the glass on a table, that's like 10 years of bad. it's not helping her. So.
England specifically, people are always yelling at each other and getting into fights. In America, one of those people is gonna have a gun. You don't want to do that. There, no fear. It's crazy.
I don't, like, where does this person live? Maybe she, like, resides in a village in the middle of nowhere. I know, like, on a night out, you will see, like, 1 or 2 fights, but is everyone fighting? I want to know where she lives, and is it possibly Sunderland? I had to get that in. Yeah, that is true, to be fair, though. Like, people don't really have a worry. Like, I know knife crime's very big over here, but you don't really have to worry about someone having a gun. Like, a lot of the time when people are trying to have a fight as well, they're not even really trying to have a fight. They're just trying to appear that they want to fight, but they don't actually want to go through with it. A lot of the time, they're just hoping that someone holds them back, and they go, oh, hell, if he wasn't there right now, you wouldn't be there. Oh, God, oh, yeah, oh, God.
Mention that the windows, every window can open like this. Oh my God.
I need to see her reaction again.
Oh my God.
She like put her hands up there like to be fair, I'll give her a little bit of leeway with that one. It is pretty scary when you open them like that for the first time, like especially if you live in a flat and you know you have windows like this in some flats. I'm kind of with Americans on this one. Like I don't really like that they open this way. I guess you get a little bit of like air, but it's just I don't know, like the overall kind of, you know, circulation of air is not that great with it just coming out a little bit. I'm not really here for it, I'm afraid. Like if it's not a windy day, no air's really coming in. Not really here for it.
I thought I was gonna fall down. Just to like crack it open? Yeah. Oh. That scared the shit out of me. All the windows do that? Yeah. Also those do too. Okay. Like almost, and then turn it all the way down. Yeah. That's closed.
Okay, closed.
That's like, no, sideways is like full open.
Okay.
And up is cracked.
This is like explaining, you know, how to an alien that's just come to Earth, like how things work on this planet.
Who invented this place? Oh wait, let me pull it more. Oh really? Oh. Okay. Let's put that back.
They're not going to need like any TV or any board games or anything for like any tonight's entertainment. Literally, she's going to just be opening and closing this door. She's having an absolute whale of a time. This is her night sorted. This is her entire week sorted with staying with her friend. What are you doing tonight? You coming out, love? Nah, man, I've got more door time. Honestly, I'm having a great time over here.
Things in French grocery stores that are weird to Americans. There are no low-fat products. In America, you find reduced fat options everywhere. Not here.
The thing is, though, like, and again, don't take my, you know, expert opinion on this, but in America, a lot of, like, low-fat products are actually just pumped with a lot of, you know, other harmful things, so a lot of, like, countries in Europe just don't supply them because they're not actually better for you just because they say low-fat on. Some of them will be. Like, some of them, obviously, like, they'll say on the label, less fat, but reading the chemicals, there's actually so much more in there. Again, it is obviously case by case, but I think that's why Europe doesn't stock as many.
Despite the fact that they are all slim. Eggs are not refrigerated. They're just sitting on a shelf, completely unbothered by the concept of salmonella. In America,
Wait, do Americans keep all of the eggs in the fridges in supermarkets? Do they? Shut up. Oh my God, they do. Wait, why am I acting like that's disgusting? I don't really understand why. Like, when I go to Aldi, okay, like, they're obviously just in the middle aisle. I just pick them up. But then I take them home and put them in the fridge. I guess it's because they last longer, but why aren't they just in the fridge in the first place? So, wait, why am I teaming up with the Americans here? I've never seen eggs in a fridge in any supermarket that I've ever been to. That's so odd. Also, does anyone else do, like, the egg test? I don't know if this is me revealing myself to be a bit disgusting, disgusting. But like before you buy eggs, obviously you like lift them up and you kind of have to inspect each egg to make sure that, you know, someone hasn't just kind of, you know, just went in and just went. That was a boring story, Cam.
Okay, now who was gonna tell me that every country has a national flag?
What am I working with here? Why, what? You live on a continent too, you know? Like, does Mexico have the same flag as what as America does? And in South America, Brazil, Peru, Chile, they all have different flags. So why wouldn't different countries in Europe not have different flags? Did you think there was just like a European flag that every single country just uses as their own just to save time? I can't wait for this guy to find out that, you know, countries in the UK actually have like 2 flags. Obviously we have like the Union Jack, and then we all have like our own individual ones as well.
I thought American flag was like, I thought we were the only country that had an American flag.
You are. Like, you are. I can't believe that this guy's being serious right now. Am I getting rage baited? Or is this guy actually being deadly serious? Judging by the comments, I think he is being serious. I don't know if I'm getting... It's that dumb. I don't know if I'm getting rage baited. But this is... I've seen multiple videos of Americans not actually believing that different countries in Europe have flags. So I'm kind of coming into this with like a bias that of course he would think this. Of course America is the only one with an American flag. Yes! Yes, you're right on that one. You're not wrong. If this was the chase, if this was the cash raiser in the first round of the chase, you would have added £1,000 in the bank, fella.
After living in Australia for like 3 or 4 months, Australia has their own flag. And it looks so cool. It looks way better than ours. Do other countries have flags as well? Or is it just Australia and the United States? Cause
again, is this... You can't just Google stuff, you know? Like, this is one thing about TikTok that I feel like is definitely going to change for the next generation, like, how they go about things. I see so many people in TikTok comments. They'll ask a question, which they could easily find the answer out in about a couple of seconds on Google. They could instantly find the answer, but they wait hours for someone to reply the answer. I'm like, why are you asking this question? Like, can you not just go and, you know, possibly find out yourself? Do you have to have somebody else tell you? And it seems like this strikes again. Like, this guy isn't a rage bait creator. He's like he just makes videos about Australia. I'm actually gobsmacked here.
Strange things in European supermarkets that confused me as an American expat. All cereals in Europe are super plain and boring.
I have to disagree. Right, I have to disagree. Come to me with that opinion after a bowl of Cookie Crisp. I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait. Is Cookie Crisp American? I might have just... But Weetabix! Have you ever had Weetabix with honey or... Weetabix with a bit of honey. Don't chat to me until you've had Weetabix with a bit of honey on, okay, love? Right, then come back and call our cereal boring. As well, it's good for you. Give us a bowl of Ready Break. Honestly, I could, like, I don't know, I could take on a whole army by myself, right? And still have energy left to come back to this TikTok and commentate. I don't know. That joke kind of fell flat at the end there, didn't it? I'm trying, guys. Okay, even I'm a bit disgusted by that. This video is meant to be me enlightening Americans about, like, oh, possibly, you know, this is what this is for, just to, you know, give you a broader perspective on the world. I'm as confused as you at some videos in this. Wait, so everyone just uses that after they've put their fingers up their arse? Well, hopefully not. That's no way to clean it. You know what I mean, though. So is it just like a towel?
Just European.
Ah, just walk out with my hands. I'm not doing that. Don't want to pick any excess stuff up. I'd rather than, you know, whatever the hell's on that mat.
The craziest thing about going to Europe as an American for me was seeing the way that white people's skin ages in its natural habitat. Because I've lived in California my entire life, and my skin has visible sun damage everywhere. Like, you know, there's these sunspots, these freckles, these like really fine lines that come from tanning and burning and blah, blah, blah. And everyone I know who's white, who has lived in the same area, they have a similar situation. If you look closely, there's sun damage all over their skin. I'm not saying it's a tragedy. I'm just saying, like, that's a fact of life.
Come on, move it on, fella. Keep going here. Get your point.
I saw white people who were, like, full-grown, like, 50-year-old adults with basically no sun damage. Like, if you looked at them, obviously they were, like, you could tell that they were 50. They had normal wrinkles from, like, being alive for that long and smiling and laughing and whatever. But, like, they didn't have, like, sun damage wrinkles or spots or freckles or anything. They didn't have...
One thing I will say is it is definitely, you know, the UV rays in California is a lot higher than what it will be in Poland. Like, I've just checked, and it's 16 degrees Celsius in Poland right now, and this is, you know, the meant to be the best part of summer. I'm not saying that Poland doesn't have, obviously, really sunny days. It's probably a lot like the UK's climate, but we just don't have as much sun here. That's probably why you don't see people with such, you know, like, effects of the sun. You want to go to Benidorm and look at British people in Benidorm, then you will see the effects of the sun on European people's skin. People that aren't used to that climate
have, like, any of this stuff. They were just, like, flat white. Like, just completely white. Like alabaster. And it was crazy because I've never even, like, seriously thought that was possible. I didn't know.
Let me have a look at the Poland football team. I mean, yeah. Right? Yeah. Okay. They are some white men. Some lovely skinned men, right? In a very heterosexual way. But very white men. Okay, like, this might be the whitest football team I've ever seen. They even play in white, right? They're like, you know what? We know we don't have sun damage off the sun. Very white football team. This man is very correct in that sentence. It's so funny that, like, an American would come to a country like that and notice something like that, because I would just never notice, like, the effects of sun damage on people's skin. Like, that's something I just wouldn't kind of even process when I go to another country.
Can someone please tell me why all cashiers in Europe are allowed to sit while working? Why are they not standing like normal American cashiers? I really don't get it, and I find European cashiers extremely lazy.
I mean, does it really affect your experience? Your items end up in the same place, whether the person's, you know, sitting down, standing up, upside down, doing cartwheels. If the person's not even there, you know, self-checkout. It all ends up in the same place, so why does it matter if the person is standing up or sitting down? It really doesn't affect your experience. If you go to a supermarket and complain that the people are sitting down, I feel like that's more of a reflection on, you know, the type of person you are rather than them. You know what? There actually will be people that'll walk into supermarkets and go, oh, no, I don't agree with that. No, back in my day, we used to stand up. Every single item I was standing up for. Didn't sit down. This generation have gone soft. Always want to sit down, don't they? Oh, they're just so lazy, mate. Honestly, wouldn't get that nowadays. No, you wouldn't.
Tell me you're an American living in Europe without telling me you're an American living in Europe. I'll go first. What's this? Mom, we have to FaceTime right now. And then look, it boils the water.
Love, surely you've seen a kettle before. Sure, like, they have kettles in America. Don't you just have to boil it on the stove? Like, surely it's not that impressive. I mean, you know what? If this is your first experience with a kettle, you turn it on and then the water goes boiling and starts smoking. Maybe, you know, you're going to bask in that glory. Maybe you're going to be like, hell, that's absolutely mint, that. Like, why is no one talking about how mint these little, I don't even know what it, like, this steel thing is. And not enough people are talking about it. I get it, okay? But I just don't think it's that impressive. I just can't believe that some Americans, like, reach the age of this woman and have never used a kettle. But I imagine, like, if they have a different way to do it, then, you know, they probably just don't need it. To be fair, really fancy gaffs in the UK now have started, I say now, like, I think it's been a thing for a few years, have, like, boiling water taps. And honestly, like, I went round to someone's house who had one. I was like, this is the best, like, thing ever. Making a cup of tea, not in 2 minutes, in 2 seconds. Oh, like, that is a first world problem that I want fixed in my life. Okay, champagne problems, yes I know, but I want a boiling. That's my goal in life, okay guys? That's all I want in life, is a happy life and a boiling water tap. So if you've got one right now, just know you're living my dream. How does it feel to live my dream life? Yeah, I really do want one of those. I'm not kidding, actually. That is a dream of mine. I'm gonna put it on my vision board too, so.
What language do you speak in Europe? European, wait, no. A bunch of different languages. Yay!
Sorry, love, gotta take your first answer. Get off! Get off the boo! Get off the stage. European. Oh yeah, that is my favourite language. Little bit of oui, monsieur. Will you come to me gaff? Just kind of mixing them all into one. Ciao, Bella, you f***ing Oh, it's the best language, European.
What's the capital of Germany?
Hamburg. Is that right?
No. What language do they speak in Russia?
Come on.
I know this.
Come on.
Russian.
Yes!
I'm trying to see this from a bird's eye, right? Because if I just talk from my perspective, I can easily just go, oh, you're so stupid. But I wonder if it's just because they don't learn this. So then they overthink it when it's actually a really easy answer.
What's the capital of France?
Why would we need to know that?
What is the capital of France? Is it Rome?
No.
In Rome! Like Rome! Like Rome! Oh yeah, honestly, I can't wait to go to Rome and just like see the Eiffel Tower. Honestly, that's like the first excursion I'm doing. It's also the person in the front seat going, why would we need to know that? As if it's like the answer to, you know, the Chamber of Secrets or the Da Vinci Code or how to solve the movie Inception. Surely, like, France is one of the easiest, no? Like, that's like one of the most iconic cities ever.
What's the capital of Sweden?
Do you know this?
I do know this.
But he's not gonna get
Of course she does. I've lived with
Sweden.
her.
IKEA.
He said that with all seriousness. IKEA is the capital of Sweden. Oh no, yeah, no, yeah, that's right, actually. No, now you say it, yeah, that's right. IKEA is the capital of Sweden. Oh no, mate, that is so true, actually. That's actually such a great point. What's the capital of Germany? Oh, yeah, Aldi.
What's the capital of Norway?
Sweden.
This is actually, like, bad. Like, I'm actually gobsmacked here.
The country in Scandinavia.
Isn't Scandinavia a country?
No, it's not.
Okay,
Okay, but you do it nicely, but it's definitely
Iraq.
you do it
I actually have a joke. Why do the Norwegians put barcodes on the side of all their warships?
I don't know why.
To Scandinavian.
Sorry, you can't, like, you know, get an easy question about Sweden wrong and then go, actually, I've got a really good joke about Sweden. No, we don't want to hear it. You can't mock the country you know nothing about. That's not how it works.
I'm an American who moved to Belgium, and it is amazing, truly, how comfortable Europeans are with on my country, my culture, and the people of my country. Superiority complex is crazy sometimes. I want to talk about it, especially because it would not be accepted towards any other country, but the US it's fine, it's okay.
The United States, people in the United States like take the piss out of other countries all the time. The UK gets the piss taken out of it by everybody, even the people in the UK. Nobody hates the UK more than the people who live in the UK. The UK gets so much hate online from the people within. I think it's a little bit like main character country syndrome. Maybe it's that, you know, you can't take criticism from people for your country, like especially the videos we've seen. I don't think like places like Belgium think they're better than America. I don't think that's what it is. I just think they probably have criticisms of America, which I imagine a lot of Americans do.
And they don't know geography, and their schooling is the education is people are really dumb. They're not hardworking. They're pretty lazy, and it's really funny because the majority of those people have never been to the U.S., and if they have, clock it, they've been to New York, Miami, or L.A., and generalize an entire country with nearly 400 million people.
But you're also kind of generalising the people of Belgium's opinions on America from the few people you've probably talked to. Maybe it's one or two people who have said these things to you. You're generalising that's the whole opinion of Belgium right now. No matter where you go, there's going to be people who are lazy and there's going to be people who are hardworking. Like, it's not really country to country. Like, this country aren't more hardworking than this country. It's just the people within it, and it on an individual basis. Just such a weird point, in my opinion. What are the comments saying to this? He just seems confused as to the overall perception of America, and he's kind of treating it as if it's hate. Okay, as an American, you need to realise we are a baby country with massive main character syndrome. We think we're the best. We are the worst in the developed world. We never saved anyone like we were. Okay, they got pretty deep there. But the first sentence I actually think is pretty true. Like, Americans, because America is such like a, you know, it's like got so much culture in it, and it does like influence the world very heavily and sets trends and everything. And I think because of that, and they have so much sport and they have so much things going on there, they often don't think that they need to take, you know, any extra things from like other countries, because in America they have everything they think they need. Again, I'm generalizing here. I mean, just for like a small proportion of people who live there. Of course, loads of people will take, you know, interest in the outside world. I know I'm generalizing there, but I'm just talking about this specific woman's point. Like, I do think that's why some Americans might have massive main character syndrome, because they kind of have everything they need in America. Some people just never leave America in their entire life. Like, people in America go on holiday to other places in America, which is just wild to like someone from the UK. Obviously we do that, but they're not really like sunny holiday destinations that like going to like the Canary Islands or going to Spain or wherever.
Things in European supermarkets that will brutally shock every American. There are no cup holders on the shopping carts. Is this where I'm supposed...
Hold on, love. Sorry, you've just brutally shocked us there. 2 seconds, love. I'm gonna need to sit down. Oh, sorry, I can't sit down. Sorry, I can't do that, can I? Right, you'll get out of that as well. Why do you need a cup holder on your trolley?
There are no cup holders on the shopping carts. Is this where I'm supposed to put my Stanley Cup?
No, that's actually where you put your scan and go thing, love. Just saying. You know, you scan it and then, you know, you're kind of sorted. Seasoned shopper over here. Right, I know every supermarket like the back of my hand in my area. Just saying. If anyone wants any suggestions, if you come to Newcastle, I'm the man. Right, I've got a full pecking order of which supermarket is the best. Just ask us. I'll give you all the answers.
Milk is not refrigerated in Europe. Is this not crazy? Pickled fish is a huge thing in Europe. And what the hell is this?
That's Frankenstein's pizza. Yeah, we've mass-produced it and we eat it. It's like a delicacy over here. It's just really cottoned on. You know, people really like it.
Things in my British home that confused me when I first moved to the UK. There are no plugs in the bathrooms. Some houses have these plugs for shavers. I usually end up having to do my hair in the living room with an extension cord. The light switches are on the outside of the bathroom. I just know that if I grew up here, my siblings would be doing this to me every damn day.
To be fair, that is... The plus point is you don't have to walk into a dark room. The negative is if you do have siblings, you're going to be in the dark. So many times, because I've got like younger siblings, whenever I was having like, you know, whenever I was on the toilet, so many times they just walk past and go, and you're like shouting like, will you turn the light on? And just no response, and you're just like, oh well, okay, I guess this is my life from now on.
Toilets are really different. This is an English toilet and this is an American toilet.
Wait, she's confused by English toilets. I didn't think they were different. Wait, you know when you have a... Hold on. Americans, when you relieve yourself in the bathroom for a number 2, does it not like... Does it not just like... This is disgusting. Does it not just like... You know, just kind of float just right next to where it's left? That's really high. You know, like, if I had to, you know, say I lost me... You know, I could probably swim in there. I'd need armbands to tackle that one. You know, this is giving us like flashbacks to when I was learning to swim and they just chucked us in the deep end and just went, you'll be alright. I guess then you don't get, you know, marks. Why is it so high? Like, this is what a UK toilet looks like when it's blocked. If a UK toilet looks like this, you've got a problem. I'm the one confused here. No wonder Americans are confused with how low the UK one is.
What's the capital of Europe? So this is my American friend,
Not again.
Emma. Ska stilla Emma lite spörsmål. General knowledge about Europe and Norway. Who is Erling Haaland?
The president.
The president.
Alright, that's fair. If you're not into football, you might not know who that is, okay? That's fair. I'll give her that.
Okay. Who is Central C?
I don't know. Like the vice leader.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Well, I'll give you not knowing who Central C is, but why would a European country have a vice president who goes by the name Central C? This doesn't seem like someone that would get elected to that position. Like, who's the president? Skepta? Just dropping some absolute dirty rhythms on the country.
What is Eurovision?
People see better in Europe.
See, this actually is like scary because it kind of makes us think that everything in my life doesn't matter when it doesn't really matter, you know? Like, I guess it really doesn't matter, but everything you think is a big thing in your life is really like just nothing to someone else. Like, not that Eurovision's a big thing in my life, but everyone knows what Eurovision is like in Europe, right? It's like quite a big thing over here. The fact she just thought it was something to do with like an opticians or something makes sense though. Eurovision, I can see the vision.
Okay, here's my thing. So traveling in Europe as an American, you're like, oh wow, it's undeniably better here in many ways. And then I have to pay for water at a restaurant and I'm like, freedom isn't free. And I look down at my hand and I have a flag, an American flag in my hand. I go, how'd this get here? I don't know.
You don't have to. You can't ask for tap water. It's just not on the menu. Like, if you really want free water, but you have to pay for still water in a lot of places. Like places I've been to, if you want tap water, you can get that. Also, I think like buying, you know, a bottle of still water in a restaurant would still be cheaper than, you know, the amount of tax you have to pay in an American restaurant, probably. Again, I know I'm generalizing, but I know you have to heavily tip over there. Obviously, we just have service charges and additional tips over here for most restaurants. I think it's an awfully big statement to say that we don't have freedom over here because we have to buy still water if we want still water in a restaurant. I don't think that makes America land of the free because you get it for free.
There are things in our UK apartment that confuse me as an American. First off, these windows confuse me. They just open out and there's no screen, so bugs can come in, which I don't get. And also the ones in our bedroom are like on the ground, so I'm always worried like a small animal could fall out of it.
Wait, I'm with her here. Okay, like, I've always thought how good of an idea it would be if, you know, every window came with like little, you know, like mesh, so that bugs can't come in. I'm getting loads of spiders in my house, and we all know from that one clip that I did like a year ago, when I get spiders in my house, I get a little bit stressed, okay? Because I'm just like, why have you come into my house? Like, this is my house, like, you're intruding here. You're not invited, okay? Like, shows you invite, you haven't got it because I didn't send any out this week. So, why are you in my house? So, if you had a mesh thing, it's just like a signal, like, not this house, fella. Okay, move on to the next one. I've always thought like that would be a great business idea. And I mean, obviously I'm not the first person to discover this now, which is very, very sad, right? That's me not going to be, you know, that's me not getting me boiling water tap anytime soon. It's alright. But I think, again, this is one thing about America. Like, America seems to have a lot of things to make it easier for people, like the mesh, like all of these little kind of, you know, I call them like little tiny luxuries they have that then they when they come to Europe and they realize like aircon's one of the biggest things, like especially the UK, we just don't really have aircon, okay? But Americans are just so used to aircon being a thing. Not every place, because I know obviously, like, you know, people who, you know, don't have that much money in America obviously won't have aircon, but a hell of a lot of places have aircon in America, and like I think that in my opinion that's like a luxury to have, because we in the UK, when we have a summer, we just die over here. Like, we just, for like 3 or 4 weeks when we have ultimate summer, we literally just cook and we just have to brave it.
No matter what I am wearing in Europe, I will always feel underdressed. I'm wearing a t-shirt and jeans going to school, right? That's normal. No, it's not. Because people are dressed for a fashion show here. And I'm just an American who doesn't know how to dress.
I love how she's kind of like very like softly spoken. She's like, this is really stressful for me, and I just want to share this with the world. I don't know where she lives, and I guess this is like area dependent, and I don't have much, you know, kind of perspective on what it's like in other countries. But where I live, it's basically just like all lads wear is just like a really bright co-op, normally like Under Armour, like, I don't know, like Monterex, Monterey, just something from JD, basically. That's all everyone wears here. So like, if you wear what you're wearing right now, you're probably one of the better dressed people. You know, like, people are looking at you going, oh, she's putting an effort in, right? Meeting someone she likes. So I don't know if this is like, I don't know, like, I've heard like Milan's pretty stylish, or, you know, Paris or something like that. But I feel like what you're wearing in the UK, you would just fit in, love. You'd be perfectly fine.
So I moved to the UK about 10 years ago for university, and literally my very first night there, I was fresh off the plane. It was Freshers Night, which is like the whole first week of university in the UK. You like go out drinking at like different bars or whatever. And we went out drinking, and this one girl that I was with got so drunk that on the way back home to our student accommodation, she was like, oh, I need to sit down. And she sat down and she just like passed out, and we could not wake her up. Like, the girl was just like dead to the world, it seemed like. And immediately the people I was with was like, we need to call an ambulance. And being an American, I was like, we cannot call an ambulance. Like, I had just met this girl, I had no idea if she could afford an ambulance, so I was like begging them not to call an ambulance, and they were looking at me like, do you want this person to die? Like, what is wrong with you?
See, that's a luxury we have in the UK, which you kind of forget. Like, that wouldn't even cross your mind in the UK. Like, in terms of monetary wise, you'd be like, well, yeah, I don't have to pay for this ambulance. But like, that is wild what she's just said there. Like, obviously her first thought was, well, you know, she's gonna have to go into debt for this. Like, is there not another way around this? Which is obviously wild. One thing I will say though is often, like, you know, the wait time will be quite high, and like, I remember I went into A&E at like, might have been 1 a.m. About a month, 2 months ago, when I was having loads of issues and I was really unwell, and it was on a Saturday night, and literally like the wait was like 6 hours, and every single person, well, not every single person, but like maybe 90% of the people were just people that were too drunk. If you go into like an accident emergency on like a Saturday night, often it's because people have had too much drink. Like, people just, I don't know if it's just a UK thing, but a lot of people kind of drink to black out, especially when you're younger. Like, I used to do that, and I don't know why that's a thing. Like, you drink to just drink. Like, you don't stop yourself. I don't know if that is just a UK thing, or if that is just every country, because I know obviously drinking culture in the UK is very big. But that is such an interesting perspective. This is why I love doing these videos, because you literally learn like what it's like for other people to experience your culture. It's so interesting. I have had so much fun recording this video, Donuts. Honestly, these are some of my favorite videos to make. If you want me to continue this series, 5,000 likes on this and it'll trigger the next one. And also, we have like a little bit of a series already with this. We have about 4 or 5 videos of this manner, so if you want to go and binge watch them, honestly, you will learn so much just like this video. They're so eye-opening. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this one, Donuts, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Kirkham, baby.